Good morning, all of you. Myself, Ankita Tiwari from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from IT/ICT department. I am going to take the session on synchronous counters from the counters topic, which is in module 3, sequential circuits. Okay, so in the last lecture, we have done types of counters. So we are having two types of counters, synchronous counters and asynchronous counters. So if we are talking about the main difference between synchronous and asynchronous, then in asynchronous counters, the signal or the next clock pulse, next output of the flip-flop is dependent on the clock itself. And in the synchronous counters, common clock pulse is provided, and with respect to previous state, the next output is decided. So this is the basic difference between synchronous counters and asynchronous counters. Now moving forward, today we are going to learn about synchronous counters. What is synchronous counters, or how many types of synchronous counters are available? So here in synchronous counters, as I have already said, common clock pulse is provided in order to get the output of next flip-flop or to predict the output of next flip-flop. Okay, so here in synchronous counters, we need to follow some steps. So the steps that we need to follow are, first one, state diagram. So initially, in synchronous counter, we will be going to draw the sequence, the state diagram of the question or the thing the circuit that we have to design. Okay, now what do you mean by circuit diagram or the state diagram? It's a pictorial or a circuitry representation of the states, present state and the next state. The next step that we need to follow in synchronous counters are state tables. So state table defines the table which includes present state values in the first column, the second column next state value, and the third excitation tables. Okay, so here, as we know that in synchronous, we are not using the clock, as common clock pulse is being provided. So here the concept of excitation table comes. Okay, so excitation tables, as we have already seen, excitation table means any of the flip-flop, desired flip-flop that we are using it, it's present and next. And the input that we need to provide with respect to present and next is the excitation table that we are going to use in our state table. Okay, so this is what the second step is. The third step we need to follow is state equation. Now, what do you mean by state equation? The equation which is derived from the table itself using K-map is state equation. Okay, after state equation, we have to draw the desired circuit that we need to convert it. Okay, that is logic circuit. Now logic circuit will be made from the flip-flops and the gates which are available to use to make a diagram. So these are the 4 steps that we need to follow in synchronous counters. So now we are going to see one example of synchronous counters. So here the thing which is being shown with an example, what will be the state diagram? So here state diagram is shown the pictorial form, that is 0 0 present, so next state will be 0 1. Now the present state is 0 1, so next state will be 1 0. So this is in sequence. Counter means what? We'll start with the first state and we have to end at the first state. That is what a counter is. We have to take a value, initial value. If it is 0 0, then we have to reach till 0 0. So this is what the example as I have shown here as of the circuit state diagram. Then the next table, as you can see, that is a state table where we are having present, next and excitation table values. The third thing, state equation. Here I have taken an example which I have shown here how to take the state equation. We have to use K-map for it. And the last, logic circuit, we will use flip-flops at the gates in order to draw the circuit. Now we'll take one example, particular example, and we'll see all these steps. Okay, the first example that we are going to see in this synchronous counter is 3-bit synchronous up counter. As we know, the classification of counters are of 3 types: up counter, down counter, and up down counter. So here we have taken an example of up counter, which counts values from 0 till n. N can be any of the bit. Okay, here I have taken an example of 3-bit. That means it will start with 0. That 3-bit means 0 0 0, the first value, and we have to reach till 0 0 0. So the flow, the circuital representation is represented by the state diagram. As you can see in the diagram itself, We are starting with 0, 0, 0. The next state is 0, 0, 1. We are starting with 0, 0, 1. The next state is 0, 1, 0. So this is what the state diagram is that we need to draw as the first step in any of the question. The next step that we need to do in synchronous counter is the state table. As you can see here, the table representation, present state is the first column, second column is the next state, and the third column is the required excitation table. Now here I have shown you the example using JK flip-flop. Basically we are having 4 types of flip-flop: SR, JK, T and D. So you can use any of the flip-flops and you can draw the circuit. So here I have taken an example with JK flip-flop. You can draw the same circuit using D flip-flop, using T flip-flop, or using SR flip-flop. So here I have taken an example using JK flip-flop. So from the question itself, 3-bit means 3 values at the same time as a present state. So that is represented in the first column in the present state. Next state will also be 3 because 3 input is given as a present. So next will also be 3, and the required equation which is derived from excitation table. So here, as we know, 3 bits. So flip-flop that we will use will be also 3. Now here I have used the concept of JK. So here 6 inputs we need to take as an output in the circuit diagram. Okay, so here with respect to values, I have defined Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1 is the first input LSD, then higher order bit Q2, then higher order bit, that is Q3. So these are the 3 bits represented in pressure test, same as next state, and the excitation table, which will also be 3 values. But here JK flip-flop is there. So in one flip-flop, there will be 2 inputs, JK for 1 bit, JK for another bit, and JK for the third bit. Okay, so here 6 entries will be there for the JK flip-flop. Now, based on the excitation table itself, we will be solving the entries. So here with respect to present and next and excitation table, here the entries will come in JK flip-flop. So this is what state table is. After state table, we are having state equation. We already know how we are deriving the equation with the help of K-map. So here we will be using for each and every bit. If I am using for Q3, so for Q3 we will be required 2 K-maps as for 1J for 1K. So here the same thing will be repeated for the Q2, the same thing will be repeated for the Q3. So here Q1, Q2, Q3 will have 6 K maps in order to reduce the equation with JK value. So here J1, K1 is the first bit that here is taken as 1 because all the values are 1 in the JK flip-flop. Okay, the next Q1, for the Q2 part, J2 and Q2, we are getting equation as Q1 and Q1. For J3 and Q3, it is Q2, Q1 and Q2, Q1. As we can see here, we are getting the same entries. Now, as we also know that in J and K, set and reset value, that is the basic of SR flip-flop itself. So here, we will get set reset value itself. In order to convert counters into a circuit diagram, we need to understand that J and K, if we are talking about set and reset, then at the value set, the output has been derived. So here, with respect to J and K, the value will be same. So this is what state equation is. The third step we are doing in synchronous counters is the logic diagram. So the circuit diagram that we can see here, we need to convert circuit in 3-bit. So we need to have 3 flip-flops. So here I have taken in the diagram itself, 3 flip-flops are there. That is J3, K3, J2, K2 and J1, K1. Clock pulse is provided as from 1 to 0. Now 1 to 0, that means it is going as a negative edge. Here common clock pulse is provided. So each and every flip-flop will have the same clock pulse value. That is 0, 1 to 0, 1 to 0 and 1 to 0. As you can see the bubble gate in the circuit diagram. Now we know that J1 and K1 value is 1. So here one input is provided to J and K. Then we know J2 and K2 is Q1. So both Q1 value will be provided to J2 and K2. And the third J3 and K3, which is equal to Q1 dot Q2. So here AND gate input with the two values Q1 and Q2 is provided to J3 and K3. So this is what synchronous up counter is. Now we'll take one more example with the down counter concept. So here the down counter is, we are taking an example of 3-bit itself. So here 3-bit down counter will have the 4 steps as we have seen in the up counter itself. So here down counter is represented by the state diagram as 0, 0, 0. The arrow will change with respect to down. Will start with N and will end with N. Okay, that means N, then after that N minus 1, then N minus 2 till 1, and last value will be 0. So here opposite reverse value will be taken with respect to up counter. So here the diagram will have arrow as a reverse value as in up counter. So as you can see 0, 0, 0. The next state is 0, 0, 1. So now 1, 1, 1 value, its next state is 0, 0, 0. So this is what down counter is. With respect to down counter, we'll be seeing the state diagram or the state table. So here the state table is represented by present state, next state, and the T flip-flop. As we know, here I have taken an example of T flip-flop. In the up counter, we have taken example of JK flip-flop. Now T is a single bit, single value. So here with respect to 3-bit A0, A1, A2, we will get 3 excitation table value, that is TA0, TA1, and TA2. The same thing excitation table itself. Now the next third step that we are going to do is state equation. So here I have taken K-map, and with respect to K-map, we have to solve the equation, that is TA0. Here we got as 1 because all the values in the K-map are 1. So we'll make a pair of 8-bit and you will get 1 as an answer. In the same value, that is TA1, as you can see A0 bar we got, because if we are taking the pair of 4 pair and we are taking a common value, then A0 bar we are getting it. So TA1 will be taken as A0 bar, and the last value TA2, as you can see the common is A0 bar, A1 bar. So here the equation we got as A1 bar and A0 bar, and here the dot product is there, so we will get an AND gate to represent that circuit. So here the last equation or the last logic circuit will include the 3 of the flip-flops, that is T for T0, T1 for the second flip-flop, and T2 for the third flip-flop. And we will find out the input. Input we have already found it out in the equation. We will just put in the circuit. As we know T0 input we are getting as 1. So we'll put 1 as an input in T0. Then in the next T1 we know we are getting output as A0. Okay, that means A of 0. So here Q of 0 bar will be taken as the output because its value was 0. So A0 bar. So here Q0 bar will be taken as an input and it will be provided in the T1 part. And the third T2 value will have the AND product of A0 bar and A1 bar. So as you can see here, Q0 bar, Q1 bar in the diagram, and AND gate is taken, and in the AND gate input that is provided in the input of T2 flip-flop. So here we got a circuit diagram, as you can see, T flip-flop and the 3-bit value. Okay, so this is what synchronous down counter is. We have taken an example of synchronous 3-bit up counter and 3-bit down counter. Okay, so the summary of this lecture is that we have done, first of all, the types of synchronous counters, that is synchronous and asynchronous. In synchronous we have done today the 2 of the concept, that is up counter and down counter, with one question example, that is 3-bit up counter and 3-bit down counter. In the up counter we have taken the example with the flip-flop JK, and in the down counter we have taken example with T flip-flop. So here we have done with the synchronous counters. We'll continue with the asynchronous counters in the next session. Thank you.